Welcome back to Warriors Weekly, now the Fitz Files with Bob Fitzgerald.
Now, with all the long road trips in the NBA, every city has its own feel, its own story. And in Milwaukee, it's really the hotel we stay at, the Pfister Hotel. Every NBA team, every baseball team, this hotel's been here for over 100 years. Now, I don't know everything about the hotel other than I love the quaintness, the antique feel when you're in it. So we sat down with Rock, who is the official historian of the Pfister. I don't know much other than we stay here every year. The hotel's 100 years old. Give me some history, give me some anecdotes about the hotel.
The hotel is actually 116 years old. It was built in 1893, and it's been the lead hotel in Wisconsin all those years. It has a fascinating history. We're considered to be one of the most VIP-heavy hotels in the country. We've housed every president since McKinley, and we continue to do so. You never quite know who's going to be here. A whole range of celebrities, CEOs, politicians, sitting politicians, people running for office, sports teams, of course. It is a delightful place.
Now, I like the lobby and just the lounge. You just don't see that at hotels anymore. Has there ever been any kind of big, heavy deals done in this lobby, in this lounge? I see Senator Cole and other people here a lot.
I think that occurs quite a bit. We don't always know what's going on, of course, but when I see two important officials huddling together in a lounge somewhere, I'm always aware that something significant is taking place.
The entire NBA and all the Major League Baseball teams stay here too, so I would imagine you're seeing all the sports stars.
And we have a constant flow of teams through here. All the baseball teams and the basketball teams stay here.
Is it something with the construction of this hotel? You said 116 years old. Have they redone it, remodeled it? I mean, the history just in the building itself is amazing.
Essentially what you see in the lobby right now is the way it looked 116 years ago. When Mr. Marcus bought the hotel in the 1960s, he did some extensive rehabilitation. But what you see is what was here 116 years ago.
Do you ever come stay here? I mean, have they ever had parties and weddings and different things? Have you stayed here as well as worked here?
I try to stay here about once a year so that I get a concept of what it's like to be on the other side and what the guest experience is like. And then I can come back and change my act a little bit to make it more comfortable for the guests.
Now, Rock says the Pfister has hosted every president and also hosts a few other things. Legend has it that there's a few friendly ghosts that kind of hang out at the Pfister. Some noises in the middle of the night. At 110 years old, you have some different sounds that you might hear in an antique hotel. Tony La Russa said there are friendly ghosts. I haven't seen any, haven't heard any, but there are players on baseball teams that actually room together to make sure that they've got a baseball bat at the ready in case. But the Pfister, with all its charm, a little bit of history, and maybe a few unexpected guests, certainly one of our favorite stops in the NBA. The Fitz Files on the road from Milwaukee at the Pfister Hotel.
Hey, this is Andres Biegrins, and you are watching Warriors Weekly.
In part 2 of our Warriors Profile, Jim Barnett talks to Andres Biegrins about his progression in the NBA. Here's Jim for more in our Warriors Profile segment.
Andres, you're just beginning your 6th year in the NBA, so you've acclimated yourself very well. And you've also improved your numbers. Every year, your rebound numbers go up, your scoring goes up. Do you set new goals for yourself each and every year?
Kinda. You always wanna have your next year better than it was before, and it doesn't matter what kind of numbers you have there, or they high or low, but you just wanna make sure that you'll play better than you did.
You're one of the captains now, and with that experience, yet you're still only 24 years of age.
23, come on, Jim.
23, okay, 23 years of age. That's right, April you'll be 24.
There you go.
How does it feel to be one of the leaders on the team and this is a very young team, but you're still a young man yourself?
It feels kind of weird. It feels kind of weird because it's already my 6th year. I mean, the time is really flying by, and now finally there is some players on the team who are younger than me. You know, first I think 3 or 4 years I was the youngest on the team, and so it's a pretty good feeling, especially if you're captain now, that makes you appreciate that coach really trusting you, and so it's a great feeling.
When people say Andres Biedrins, center for the Golden State Warriors, starting center, what is the main asset that you think they would say about you? What's your biggest contribution to the team? What's your best asset when you bring it to the court?
I think the effort is the first thing. Always bring a lot of energy to the court, and just be that guy who does the dirty work on the floor.
And plus, you want to get as many rebounds as possible.
Exactly. You want to get as many rebounds as possible. You want to help every single one of your teammates. Just protect the basket, make sure that they won't get an easy shot.
When did you ever first think about playing in the NBA?
Playing, I mean, I always had the dream to play.
Really?
I mean, I had every basketball player have a dream to make an NBA and play in the NBA, but being back home at age 15 or 16, when people were asking me, "What's your dream?" I was saying them, play in NBA, but I never realized in my head that I'll be able to make it. You always have a dream, that's one thing, but I was thinking, I was from Latvia. I mean, we didn't have, there is no player who was playing at that time in NBA, so I didn't have really a role model to look up to, and just think that, if he made it, maybe I can make it. So it was kind of hard to believe that I'll be able to play.
This team has a lot of scorers, and so your scoring average may not go up. In fact, it may go down with the number of people that can shoot the basketball on this club and the number of players, the young ones particularly, that will emerge. Does that bother you at all? Do you understand the perspective of what your role is?
Yeah, I mean, I always have had to understand my role, and I remember that day when I started to play. When Coach Nelson was giving me the opportunity to play, he said, "I just need 2 or 3 things from you. One is the rebound, second is the block shots, and third is to help your teammates." He was not worried about how many points is, and he still doesn't worry about that, how many points I will have or other center. He just want to make sure that we'll get the rebounds, we'll protect the basket, and help our teammates, and that's the main thing, and that's how I got my spot on this team on the starting 5. And so I know, like you said, we have a lot of great shooters on the team, and that's the way it is, and we play that fast ball and just pushing the ball ahead. When it's open shot, they take it, so I can live with that.
The fans are great at Oracle Arena, aren't they?
The fans are the best in Oracle Arena, I can tell you right now, and I have been here when the team is not doing so well. I have been here when we made the playoffs, and the fans were always there for us. It doesn't matter if the team was struggling. Some arenas you go, there is maybe half of the fans that's empty, but we have to really appreciate what our fans are doing for us. They're always there, even though sometimes we're struggling, but I just want to say thank you for that.
Andres, thank you very much for the time today, and we wish you the best of luck this year. We look forward to seeing you progress as your NBA career deepens, as well as the team.
Thanks for stopping by, Jim.